Jesus. This is
the coldest of coldest.
This is the most freezing open we've ever.
I'm just
what did everyone do?
Riding the momentum of the podcast.
What did everyone do this week? How's everyone's week?
I went to Hangtown to watch motocross, so that was pretty cool. And there's a really cool Jet Lawrence shirt that I'm mad I didn't buy because it was like his number on like a late model with like a 2001 Intrepid nose on it, and it was all NASCAR styled. And I was like, "Oh, it's cool," and I didn't buy it. And I'm mad.
Okay, I was gonna make fun of you, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to find a picture of it. It's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
And then the Monster ladies gave me this for free. It's the lemonade flavored one, and I'm about to try it for the first time because I'm very tired. So here we go.
Are you a Ty Gibbs fan?
It's a review. It's a review.
No, Riley Herbst fan. Here we go.
That's worse.
Oh man,
it's different.
Okay.
It's like carbonated lemonade, which is weird.
It's different.
Yeah, I don't know. As I get further into this can, I'll probably have a better opinion on it.
I wasn't able. So here's the deal. I watched all the Cup race. I didn't get to watch any of the other racing. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I watched all the Cup race though.
Wow.
Every lap.
Did you watch any of the IndyCar race though?
No. I followed on Twitter while I was watching the Cup race, but no.
That's okay. I don't remember anything too crazy happening, so.
Yeah, from what I could tell, the IndyCar race from Belle Isle was rather tame.
It was a nice change of pace.
There's some good stories and stuff. Maybe not good story, but like there's some stories that continued. You know?
Yeah.
But we'll get there. Joe, how was your week?
Yeah, it was okay. It was another week.
Okay, that was really exciting.
Bristol got a bath. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like,
what's Bristol up to?
Well, he's doing his best producing over there. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he is. Well, how did Bristol have a good week again? Sorry, what was that?
Yeah. He got to go for some walks, sniff the ground.
Good.
Good for him.
He didn't like taking the bath, though.
Oh, well.
He doesn't like
the bath.
But
he's clean.
He is clean.
He's clean now.
He
and that's what's important.
Doesn't smell stinky.
Bristol smells, unfortunately. It's
dogs, that's just dogs, you know?
Nope, just Bristol.
Davey?
I'm currently malding as I can't find said Jet Lawrence shirt online. I might have missed my opportunity. Oh no.
Or you were just lying to us.
Maybe I made it up.
Fake news. Welcome folks. It's a jam-packed episode, so instead of continuing on with these really bad pleasantries, let's just get right into it. This is the Fake Racers podcast.
I love pleasantries.
I'm Joe.
Yeah. I'm all about it.
Davey. I'm Davey. It's me. I'm Davey.
I'm tired.
And we're here to tell you about all the things racing. For the
Wait, why did we do this? I did the intro last week, dude.
What?
I did the intro last week. Remember?
What intro?
I did the intro at the end of the last one.
Oh, that's right. We were experimenting with the medium, right?
Yeah, we're playing with the medium.
We're going to do an entire podcast where we speak backwards, so when you play it reversed, it sounds normal.
Playing with the medium.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was a lot of racing this weekend, so let's just get into it. The Cup Series was at Gateway.
Oh, boy.
We're not going to take you step by step through the race because I have a feeling there will be a lot of discussion because Ross Chastain, and this is exactly how I wrote it, gets into Hamlin early. Hamlin retaliates throughout the rest of the race. Ross Chastain gets into Chase Elliott. Elliott retaliates throughout the rest of the race. There's one thing that's pretty similar there, and it's that both the drivers kept retaliating throughout the rest of the race, not Ross.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make it clear that there is a big difference between the two incidents. They're both a product of Ross being over-aggressive. Yeah. One was more egregious than the other. Can you guess which one it is?
Yeah, the one with Hamlin.
Which one
like
is it, bro?
when I first saw it, I was like, there had to be something that led up to that, and then Denny was just like, no,
there wasn't.
I was like, well. All right. It was just weird.
So when Ross got into Hamlin, he was trying to get around him for like 20, 30 laps, whatever it was. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell he was faster, but couldn't get the pass, and passing was pretty tough at Gateway.
Mhm.
Not impossible, like a lot of drivers would probably like you to believe, but it was pretty tough,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing. And yeah, to me, that one was the more egregious of the two. Because the chase incident, yeah, Ross maybe doesn't stick the nose in there 3 wide, but also Dylan comes up a little bit, and it's just there's stuff there. That one's more of a racing deal, to use that awful phrase.
Yeah, the one with Chase, it just looked like he stuck his nose in there and then just like stayed there for too long when it was clear it was never going to work. And like he had ample time to back off and he just didn't. So,
Yep. Agreed. I don't have too much to add. I mean,
yeah.
But what about all the junk?
all the junk?
All the you know?
What do you what do you mean?
Yeah, Denny Hamlin driving like 20 miles per hour off the pace, blocking Ross.
I mean, that was,
it was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. Maybe not the best move.
Yeah.
But it was pretty funny.
It was funny the first time. And then after that, it was like, all right, just get it over with, bro. You know, now you're just looking like Chase Elliott at Bristol.
Well, Chase also took 2 swipes at Ross.
Yeah.
Missed the second time.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
I
shout out to that stat that got posted today that Chase has been in the most incidents out of anybody in the Cup Series so far this year.
Yeah, but none of them are his fault though.
Yeah, true. Ross should have gone high during the All-Star race, obviously.
Yeah. Listen, hey, real quick, Chase Elliott fans, you want to show your hatred for Ross Chastain? Check out the JTM merch store. We got everybody hates Ross t-shirts now available, just for you.
For the record, too, Ross Chastain doesn't get a cent of it. So
yeah, it all goes to Bristol's treat fund. So you get to buy a dog some treats and wear a shirt that makes Ross Chastain, I don't know, wouldn't make him angry because I think it's funny. So.
This kind of leads to, like, you know, the discussion on Ross that we've been having for however many years at this point.
And we thought we were over.
Which we thought we were over. I didn't ever think we were over.
Like,
he obviously was still very aggressive.
I got the leaning from you, though, that you didn't find it as big of an issue.
You know, you're kind of right. You are right. I didn't think it was going to be as big. I didn't think we would have a day like yesterday ever again. But I know Ross Chastain's going to be aggressive. He's going to force his way into situations because that's the kind of driver that he is. And really, no matter how much you try to pull the reins back, you're never going to take that out of him. I, once again, however, did not expect half the field to be mad at Ross Chastain at the end of a Cup race. Especially
knowing he's
the way it was. Like,
yeah.
He's been quick enough. And I know it was tough to pass at Gateway, but he's been quick enough to where I feel like he hasn't needed to be overly aggressive to get into good positions. And so it was really interesting on a day where he had a really fast race car to see him kind of fall back into those old habits that we used to talk about all the time.
Do you think it's a product, and this is for both of you, do you think it's a product of it just being a little bit tougher than most other weeks to pass yesterday? Like,
could be. It would make sense because it seemed like the only place you could really make up time to get a pass on someone was on corner entry.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it didn't, that's I mean,
goes back to the
only place where
right?
you can make up time is if once you're shifting the corner exit, you can't beat anyone off of the corner. Like, everyone's the same. Yeah. So it forced a lot of aggressive moves on corner entry, which, you know, usually leads to incidents, usually leads to some drivers getting angry because, you know, it's just, I mean, on a Gateway isn't necessarily a short track, but that's just short track racing. So yes and no, because I don't know, like, yeah, there was a lot of argy-bargy, but like a lot of the other drivers who were historically aggressive, besides like Ricky Stenhouse, like, didn't have that many problems, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I was gonna say, because I think there's some validity to what you're saying, because Ricky was one of the other guys who just kind of sailed it off into the corner and dumped Bubba, and that also funnily enough, involved Denny Hamlin retaliating.
We got a TikTok video on that too. Go check out the JTN TikTok.
I do wonder if part of why Denny Hamlin was retaliating the way that he was is, and I don't know, maybe he doesn't have the foresight to think like this. Maybe he does. This is just a total guess in theory. Maybe it was the car owner in him. Like,
I think it is.
I don't want to wreck this race car, but I want to show that I'm pissed.
Right.
I think it's a little bit of that.
So, and this leads to the question, because post-race comments and stuff, Ross obviously does the woe is me thing. Like, I didn't mean to do that. And I believe it.
By the way, like a nice gesture.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it, but also like without change. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's believable. I believe it. But, until I guess maybe if he says it 4 times, he'll figure it out. But Denny's comments talking about how it isn't over after the race and that he still has one coming to him, and Ross even admitting that he probably has one coming to him, is just weird. Because it's always, in my opinion, that if you do something to someone and then they do something to you to try to, slow down your pace, take you out of the race, whatever it is. Chase Elliott took 2 swipes at Ross. Denny obviously took a couple swipes at him. That if the guy that didn't start the beef doesn't continue it, then it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the whole I'm gonna do it when it counts. I hate that. Like, oh, I'm gonna get you back when it counts after I just got you back in this race.
Yeah, that's the thing that like really rubbed me the wrong way about Denny's interview, and then like him going after Justin Marks on Twitter was like,
I don't think he did.
Yeah,
I don't think he was going after Justin Marks.
Kinda. He like kind of snapped back at him. Because like he had 3 different times where he had a chance to retaliate to Ross, and he didn't do it.
He did.
Which I know, but I mean like to wreck him or something, or return the favor, instead of just screw them. And then post race, he's like, yeah, I'm going to put him in the fence. And it was like, do it then. You had 3 chances to, it's like what I was saying about Kevin Harvick. Quit talking about it. Be about it. If you want to be the tough guy, do it. But then it kind of conflicts with the idea that he didn't, he was mad about Stenhouse and he didn't also want to wreck Ross because he's a car owner and he gets it. But then he's going to go out there and tell Justin Marks basically in an interview that he's going to junk one of his cars. And then when Marks says he's looking forward to it, Denny's like, quit stoking the flame or whatever. And it's like, what are you doing? Make up your mind, Denny. Do you want to be the tough guy here, or do you want to send a message?
So Marks was on XM today because he's always on Dave Moody's show on Mondays after the races. And Moody asked him about that. And Marks kind of doubled down on that comment, talking about how it's like good for the sport to have those rivalries and stuff, and that he's here for it. He'll back his guy, which he's done. He's backed Ross Chastain through all of Ross's silly moves.
Yeah.
He also said that he had been texting with Hamlin and was going to call him after the interview. If that's true or not, nobody will ever really know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never like the whole the Logano thing at Darlington. The reason for why he did it, right? It was such an escalation, and then he's like, well, he still has one coming in my book. Right? Like, am I misremembering that?
Byron said that.
Well, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, when you retaliate in a bigger manner, that just opens you up to get got back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where I feel like what Hamlin didn't go more extreme than Ross getting into him. Same with Chase. So in my book, it's like it's a wash. But then again, I think Ross finished 6th. So
yeah, it's just like, it's just confusing because when you have 3 chances, where you block a guy and you're kind of sending the message like, I'm not happy, but I'm not going to tear up your car because I'm a team owner and I have too much respect for your guys, But then you're going to go in your interview afterwards and say that you're going to junk him. It's like, well, then if that's what you want to do, then why didn't you do it?
I'm trying to look at this in any way other than surface level because it is a really weird
yeah.
turnaround. And I the only thing I can guess is maybe a little bit of this is not necessarily theater in the sense of the anger is made up or the emotions are made up, but more theater in the sense of like Denny Hamlin does not want to be driven like that by Ross Chastain.
or anyone.
Yeah.
So he's sending a message verbally like, this is what I'm willing to do. It's got to be something like that because it is such a weird turn of face. I know everyone here hates Denny Hamlin, and but I don't. I know Denny Hamlin isn't stupid. You know, like
Yeah.
clearly I have to wonder like, what is the plan? The plan that we're seeing on the surface doesn't make sense. What lies beneath that? And that's kind of what I'm starting to kind of formulate in my head is like what I just said. But it is weird. I'm just, there's got to be something more that's happening to make some of this weird.
I have to
Yeah.
I have to imagine his comment is what he meant to say was that if this keeps happening, this is what's going to happen,
Mhm.
But and it came out weird. But this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier this year where Denny Hamlin looks like he's trying to establish himself as like the elder statesman kind of, the sheriff in the garage. But then his words in that interview kind of directly like what's the word I'm looking for? Contradict that, where it's like, well, are you gonna be the big man on campus, or are you gonna, run your mouth? It's just weird. So
Weird.
but we've seen Denny's kind of a weird guy, so.
And then I really don't care
Don't
about.
do
I don't even know what Chase said after the race. I'm sure he said something. And, oh darn,
Yeah, I hate
I'll
him for
get
my
him
guys.
back. Yeah.
When you drive like that, you're gonna get it back, and
I hope
just
BJ
hate it for the
McLeod gets
guy.
into Chase at some point this year because it'd be funny.
Yeah. It's just it's one of those things where Ross has one coming to him. It's just like it's weird how guys will like punk with him on track and then go, I can't wait to wreck him, and it's like, well, you had your chance and you didn't take it. So
Yeah, the sequence of events was really interesting. The whole post race, like I'd love to know what is going on behind the scenes that's provoking some of these weird interviews and back and forth that we get in front of the camera and we get what we think is the full picture.
There's been a
There's gotta be
lot of
something
weird
more.
interviews this year.
There's got to be something more.
Fox knows what they're doing, man. I know everyone says they don't, but maybe they know what they're doing.
They know how to stir up drama. So
yeah, for real.
Or TNT, we know drama.
Yep.
Tire failures on the 12 and 14 while running up front. Just again, folks, stop him saying it's Goodyear's fault.
If you hadn't said that, I was going to go into a rant on Goodyear just for funsies.
Yeah.
But you kind of already cut it off. But
this just in: sometimes parts fail. In other news, the sky's blue.
And this also breaking news, an addendum to the previous breaking news. If you run the parts wrong, they fail even more.
Yeah. Who would have guessed?
I mean,
weird.
Again, it was two of the fastest cars that had the failure. Like,
I wonder why.
And just to reiterate, it sounds like a lot of these teams, if they run the tire too hard with opening laps, you don't see the failure until 20, 30 laps in. That seems to be the case every week. That's when the failures are happening. And if you can correlate that to a guy that seems to be running a little bit harder at the start of a run than they should be, when there's, it's the start of the race. Logano versus Kyle Busch at the end of the race, two fastest cars all day. Obviously track position and pit road games and stuff kind of didn't let them get up to the front until that final stage. But it was a fun overtime. Logano obviously got the victory, which whatever, that's a wash, in my opinion. But
I think it was Steve Luvender had a tweet where he's like, I could make so much money making shirts that just said all of that for a Logano win. Something like that.
God.
Yeah, that was a really fun battle. So I don't really have much else to say about outside of that.
Little battle. It was still frustrating to watch in a sense, though. Like as I feel like the drivers kind of willed that battle into being a good race rather than like
the track
and car combination letting it be a good race. Because I really feel like I'm gonna let this kind of lead into like our next topic, but like I think that was a really good race. It was a lot of fun. I'm excited to go back to Gateway, hopefully. It could be better.
Yeah.
It could be so much better. We fix the gear ratios or whatever we got to do to get rid of shifting at these tracks, which I know is going to be hard.
You're not gonna be able to do it there.
Yeah, because it's the type of track even if
The trucks
are
are shifting. Yeah,
because they were downshifting twice as well.
It's if you get them to where they're only doing it once, you might be better off.
Yeah.
Because if you have the gears right, maybe they're not shifting at all in 3 and 4. Because they were shifting in 3 and 4. That's where more of the issue is, because the trucks have been there forever and they've always shifted in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So, but sorry, continue.
No, I mean that was a good ad. I was mostly just like, I know that race could have been better with a little bit more momentum shifty kind of racing on corner exit. Because again, it was the same thing we saw in Martinsville, where you could just grab a gear, squirt out the corner, and you're not racing again until you get to corner entry, where you got to make a big dive. You know, it made for fun crossovers and it made for good racing. Don't get me wrong; it was a fun race. Like in general, the finish was fun, the race was fun, but I know it could have been. Crowd was amazing. Yeah. That was amazing, that crowd, and I just know that it could have been just a little bit better with a couple of tweaks. But that makes me excited, because I know NASCAR is actively working on making this car better in every situation.
Yeah, well, was it Corey LaJoie that said on his show this week that they're gonna get rid of they're thinking about ripping the diffuser off for the short tracks?
Yeah,
which
that was
could help.
Yeah,
could help. I still think we got to work on shifting.
Think the shifting. Yeah, when 35-40% of the garage areas, the shifting is the issue. Publicly.
Yeah. I enjoyed the race, but I couldn't help but think the entire time how slow they looked coming off the corners, and I was like, God, if they just had just a tiny bit more power, so you could, really get into it off the corners. But that was my only thing. So it was all momentum based, it looked like. So
yeah, no, that's.
Don't sass me, Joe. I can see what you're formulating.
That's not a bad thing. Like the whole just give them 20,000 horsepower and it'll put great racing on. That's not true.
It's the real life equivalent of make tracks in NR that have -3 grip and 14 tire wear.
Yeah.
But no, I don't disagree with you, by the way, Matt. I think a little bit of power would have been fun, but it is what it is.
I think Goodyear, if they could have brought a tire that had a little more wear.
That too.
But I'm sure they were. This I think this was the same tire as Richmond. In Richmond, we saw a crazy fall off. So that was weird. But
I didn't think about
they're probably too conservative with the tire, especially because they know teams are pushing the issue and are not heeding their advice. So
yeah.
So soon enough, when they wreck enough race cars, they'll figure it out. But for now, we got to keep teaching them the lesson the hard way, I guess.
Just put an inner-liner in the tire that can't fit an inner-liner in it. IndyCar was on Belle Isle for the final time this weekend. It was a tame race. Obviously, you always have the 2 versus the 3 stop on Belle Isle. Will Power ends up winning it on the 2 stop. If I recall correctly. Rossi was hunting him down, but just needed a couple more laps. But Rossi still gets a good finish. This obviously coming off the news that he's going to Arrow McLaren next year, which I don't think we got to talk about last week, but we've talked about it a couple times now.
Yeah, the rumor, it was the worst kept secret in the IndyCar paddock. So
yeah, it is now official though.
Really cool.
That's back-to-back top 5s though for Rossi, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, rumors of a 3rd McLaren car.
The Alex Palou McLaren rumor.
Yeah.
Which is nuts, by the way.
Whoever is starting that one, I don't believe that one. I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Palou even, I guess, had an interview and said that why would he leave the team? He just won a championship win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money would be one, I think, but McLaren just redid their deal with Pato too, so I don't know if they're going to go out there and spend big money on someone.
Yeah, considering they just kind of probably spent big money on 2 people just now.
But yeah, it is McLaren. It's Zach Brown, right? Yeah, but it didn't see, obviously, Belle Isle's last race. I am very disappointed that the race is moving downtown for the fact that the course is like 2 long straightaways.
Mhm.
And I don't know how technical it's going to be. And Belle Isle is a very technical course. And I've heard rumors that they're going to repave the sections where the course is going to be downtown too. So,
It's gonna be a miss.
You think
It's gonna be a miss. It's gonna miss Belle Isle. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Belle Isle's going to be missed?
Belle Isle is gonna be.
Okay, I was like
a miss on the calendar. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know about Detroit completely being a miss.
No, no.
I do worry just because, yeah, obviously, I mean, we all know city of Detroit has never been able to completely rebound from the bankruptcy and bailout and all those comments that come along with that, right?
Yeah.
But the area that they're having the race set up is nice. It's around right where General Motors is, around the Renaissance Center. It's a good area. I worry about it moving downtown like that, just because I worry about it moving downtown like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I also worry about parking. There's a lot of parking in Detroit, but not a lot like right there because they're using a couple of the lots for like the paddock and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But
interesting.
Rest in peace, Belle Isle. I mean, you're still gonna be there, but
yeah,
no more fountain baths.
Sad.
Thanks, Belle Isle Conservatory Group.
Gross.
Trying to keep the island clean. The race is only on like a third of the island. You got two other thirds.
Gross.
But yeah, Xfinity was in a very gross setting in Portland because it was rainy. Good turnout though.
Yeah.
Very good turnout. Like don't take the raceway because it was like a bad like rain. Don't do that. But
this race got the Coda treatment, huh?
no, because you could still see kind of.
Gotcha.
It did not
Big
get the Coda
difference.
treatment. Ty Gibbs
Not
though
quite.
was dominant in the rain, 15-second lead after like 5 laps. And then
Wait, so who here watched this? Who here
I
watched
did.
Xfinity?
the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Thank you, Jesse Iwuji.
You had to have seen that, Davey.
I did see that.
So Jesse, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the race. Because it was a cluster after
That's
that.
really funny.
Yeah.
Jesse Iwuji under caution spins Ty Gibbs from the lead.
Good.
Gibbs, like I said,
Iwuji.
was so. What is NASCAR gonna do to this dude? Because this is the second time in 3 weeks that he's plowed into somebody when he should have been slowing down.
Yeah.
And I mean, Texas, they didn't even make him practice because he had some mandatory military service. Which again, thank you for your service, but
I like to imagine that happens and NASCAR is like very mad at Iwuji, and meanwhile, like a bunch of guys in the garage are like, "Dude, great job, by the way." Like, nice one. Because we know how the garage feels about Ty Gibbs.
I mean,
So
did y'all see the picture? Someone took a picture of Noah Gregson on his Snapchat, posted that he bought some merch from Jesse Iwuji's store.
oh my god. Stop making me like you, Noah Gregson.
I'm telling you, he's turning the corner, man.
That's
that's so good. Yeah, on a serious note,
Mind you, Ty Gibbs spun Noah after the Iwuji thing.
Yeah. I mean,
it's Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs is a word that I can't say on this podcast, so it's not a surprise at all when it happens.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
But
hey Joe, how long are we into recording the podcast right now?
no.
Ty Gibbs is a little shit.
Yeah, I can leave that one in.
Punk ass.
I'm gonna leave that one in too.
Joe's on a roll. Quick, get him in.
No, just don't say
dork.
the bad ones. What NASCAR needs to do something though, right? Like this is probably
Wait till he gets a cup ride.
Maybe he'll drive Parker's car in the Cup Series next week.
Bro.
I just want to give a shout out to a guy in a random Discord server who like yelled at me a year and a half ago for saying that Jesse Iwuji was a bad driver, and I'm just sitting here like,
So the
What
worst
about
I don't
that?
even know.
the
I don't
worst
even know how you can be satisfied about that because it's so obviously correct.
Yeah.
it's more so the fact that that guy was wrong,
Yeah.
right?
The perfect example was like the example I used was remember his Las Vegas Truck Series qualifying crash where he just spun and never lifted off the throttle until he hit the pit wall. And the guy was trying to tell me that that's just like that wasn't his fault, and it was like he was on the brakes, and I'm like, no, his tires were spinning the whole time, and you could literally hear the engine full the revs and then cut out when he hits the wall. Like, no, that is not what happened.
I just man, someone
Someone's gotta
needs to
give.
tell him to go drive a late model somewhere or something if he
Yeah.
wants to race. Like, doesn't have the experience.
Yeah,
This is like the same issue we had with Quinn Houff in the Cup Series, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
And for as bad as everyone said he was, and he was, I mean, wasn't this bad?
Yeah, Quinn Houff was usually just slow.
Yeah.
Except for when he
occasionally incompetent.
he drove across
Yeah.
2 lanes of traffic to get to pit lane in Texas.
Like, I don't want to
Well-
discourage anybody from striving to achieve their dreams, but maybe go take a break for a little bit, Jesse.
Get a different dream.
Yeah,
I mean,
or
you can
start
be
small.
a good owner.
How about you use all that money that you're getting and you put it into a badass late model team or something?
Or even like a really good ARCA team or something.
or just hire a driver to drive your car.
That
True.
too.
That makes too much sense, though.
That's too much sense.
Because here's the thing. I mean, they missed a race. They bought points and they missed a race. Like,
Yeah,
you can't do that.
it's just bad.
But ensuing restart, Ty Gibbs loses the lead clean. I mean, I think Noah got into him a little bit, but didn't put him off the track. Portland's narrow.
Yeah.
Felt like they didn't talk about that enough on the broadcast, but that track is very narrow.
Yeah,
So Gregson kind of just gets into his door, but nothing egregious. And Ty just dumps him the next corner. Just dumps him.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sheldon Creed gets by him. And guess what Ty Gibbs does to Sheldon Creed?
I bet he dumped him.
He did. He got past clean.
Wow.
He got past clean in the span of one lap and wrecked both drivers.
Sheldon Creed's a big dude too, so keep
Shel-
messing around with him, Ty. I dare you.
Hey,
Ty Gibbs is just a fast Jesse Iwuji.
Honestly,
I
want you to cut that out, and I want you to put it on social media. Just
He's-
kidding, I will.
he's
Okay.
Justin Barsha, but he actually wins sometimes. So, ew, that's a Supercross joke.
and that was the
I'm
thing
gonna
though.
give an applause to all the people,
Yeah,
all the person that got it.
Matthew's sitting there listening to it right now at work. He's-
hell yeah, I am.
He's like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
I get it!"
Take that,
That's me.
Barsha.
Davey's talking about me.
Yeah, it's me. I'm bitches.
It's me. I'm hose.
I already said it.
So yeah, I mean, and this goes back to Gibbs and his whole overreaction at Martinsville, right? Like, someone needs to tell him. And he was
He's doing
driving the
the most-
Jesus car too. That wasn't very Jesus-ly of him.
That was not very Christ-like. So,
Mm,
I don't
He
think
thought-
not
it's
very,
what
not
would
very
Jesus
holy.
do? Probably not dump Noah Gregson
Real.
or Sheldon Creed.
or Sheldon Creed.
Real.
The first turn chicane had a lot of shenanigans, a lot of wrecks. Not on the initial start. Well, actually, I think Sam Mayer got spun on the initial start. There was always someone getting spun down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's just Portland things. It was funny.
major Montreal turn one vibes from that.
Yep, good job. It was funny too because like the initial start, a couple guys just committed to missing it, stopped, and they kept their spots pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But there was a big pile up on one. Sheldon Creed went around, tried to get back going. Alex LeBay just stopped in front of him. So Creed, ruined his
I thought
good
that was-
day.
Wasn't that? Oh, I thought it was Buford he got into.
Now, Buford was the one that spun him, but
Oh,
Buford
that's what it
got.
was.
I thought
Okay.
Buford got hit by Jeb
Something like that. Yeah.
And then Jeb, after the wreck, was like, "Oh gosh, darn it," which is it got crazy at the end of that race. And I'm like, "Jeb, you're crazy. You're the crazy
You're
one."
crazy. Jeb, you're crazy.
My brother in Christ, you're the one who caused it. So,
Oh,
but got a really good
man.
moment with Sheldon Creed giving the double birds and then a single bird to JP.
That was good.
That
That was good.
He was not happy. Although I'm sure there's some kind of fine coming to him because I believe there's still a rule about not approaching vehicles while they're on track or something. But
yeah. I was going to say, you can't find a man on a Sheldon Creed Thursday, but every day is a Sheldon Creed Thursday. So,
who's Mike's doing the buzzy thing?
I heard it too. So, is it me?
Is it me?
I don't know.
Jesus?
I think we're
Anyways,
good now.
we're good. Wyatt Snyder was strong, not strong enough to hold off AJ Allmendinger out of nowhere to win the race, despite wrecking on the pace lap through the grass. That should tell you. That should just tell you. We should have started with that because that just, I think, tells you about the race.
He's a consummate entertainer, ladies and gentlemen.
AJ Allmendinger.
Love
Sure.
that guy.
Truck Series was at Gateway. Corey Haim ends up winning it. It's a truck race. We're kind of going through a lot of time right now, so we're gonna not talk too much about Corey Haim. But there's last lap crash. Carson Hocevar. Sounds like he did something to his foot.
Messed his
Yeah.
foot up.
Got T-boned right in the pedal box. And people were complaining about the AMR safety team. I, for one, am also complaining about the AMR safety team.
Yeah, as our resident AMR safety team stan, gonna have to be honest.
I said don't talk.
Not their best performance, but they'll rebound. Don't worry.
No, they won't.
They'll come back around, baby.
Yeah,
NASCAR needs to have the IndyCar model where you have one team that follows the series.
yeah.
That's too much money.
I would like to remind you that NASCAR also pays one doctor to follow the series.
That's too much money.
God forbid a second guy gets hurt. Guess you're gonna have to wait.
Hold on. He's busy.
Yeah.
But silliness aside, hopefully Hocevar is okay. Obviously, it's probably not going to run Sonoma this weekend. I think that's probably pretty safe to say.
Yeah.
Still hasn't said what's exactly wrong, but would think it's a broken foot.
Mm.
Hopefully they didn't have to cut his foot off. That would be pretty bad. Let's start that rumor. Let's be that podcast.
Respect.
God.
Did you see? And Davey, I'm gonna test you here. Did you see all the folks posting the "Hey, I wouldn't do that" underneath the host of our getting hurt thing?
Yep.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
I hope his foot's okay.
I'd like to remind folks
It's not nice.
it's
not
not
nice.
nice.
It's not nice. I laughed, but it's not nice. And I hope his foot's okay.
It's like saying I laughed, but I'm going to hell for it.
But don't do that.
Yeah. Don't bully race car drivers. Come on.
Don't bully race car drivers.
Also, it takes Hocevar the money in the bank.
Except Ty Gibbs, you can bully him. So
He probably needs to be bullied. He is a bully. So
yeah, bring back bullying.
Ty Gibbs should have been bullied more for sure.
Yeah.
think
It's like
did Ty
it's
Gibbs
like how we need
actually
to
have to
bring
go
back.
do you think Ty Gibbs actually went to school?
He's probably
No.
homeschooled. Let's be honest.
No, he definitely.
He's got
homeschooled,
homeschool
private
vibes.
schooled. Yeah.
At the
Yeah,
friend of
we're-
the show, William Page vibes.
Yeah. Well, it turned out all right though.
True.
I will.
I don't think he's watching.
Hopefully he's watching.
I doubt it.
I'm gonna tell him that we gave him a shout out this week.
You should, and then he's gonna listen, and he's gonna be like, "Oh,
I was just
it
about to say something about how
an insult.
remember how we used to make fun of people for liking anime and how we need to bring back that, and I was like, oh, Will also watches anime, so we can't bully Will too much. But yeah, bring back bullying, specifically Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, bro.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
Well done, Baku.
Anyways, congrats to Corey Haim on winning and Derek Kraus for choking the win away.
Yeah, let's stare at cross football, baby.
F1 is racing in Azerbaijan. I think I said that right.
Yep.
Well done, Baku.
It's Ferrari and Red Bull. Who's it going to be coming to the line? It's going to be
Red Bull because Ferrari made a bad strategy. I do think.
It's Ferrari and Red Bull coming to the line. Who's it going to be?
Presumably one of those two teams.
Oh, check it out. It's going to be Mercedes, except it's going to be Mercedes.
Yeah.
Because the porpoising.
Oh, God.
I love super meta inside motorsports jokes.
Yeah.
Because to anyone else in the world, they have no idea what just happened.
We do that better than everyone, don't we?
We do. Yeah. We do.
We're just a completely unapproachable show unless you know us.
I mean, that would explain why no one watches this show, right?
Yeah, you guys remember Kentucky season 1? That was a knee slapper. All right.
And I'm just like, I don't, actually.
7 a.m.
Nobody on this podcast was even here for that race. I wasn't even there.
7 a.m.
One day we'll talk about real racing.
ESPN.
Yeah. Formula One, baby.
As you can tell, I don't think any of us really care.
Yeah.
IndyCar is at Road America this weekend.
Woo! Road America, awesome racetrack. Awesome racetrack.
I believe Newgarden can get the $1 million bonus if he wins this weekend. A charity, I forget what it's called exactly.
I
where
forget.
You win on an oval, a street, and a natural.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
IndyCar obviously did a really good job promoting that one.
No, they always promote on the broadcast. I forget what the sponsor name of it is.
Well, that's a really cool thing that I didn't know about.
Okay.
I didn't know about it.
Probably sponsored by Husky Chocolate or something. That's why we haven't heard about it.
It's sponsored by like.
Let's go back to that conversation last week.
I should buy some and try it on the show.
We know what I need to do. I need to make that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go after this podcast is done. I'm going to go in the other server and talk with some of the boys and the lads. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to make a list and we're going to play that IndyCar sports car F1 sponsorship game that I talked about, where I name the company. You guys got to guess what it is.
Should I buy a crate of 12 bottles of Husky Chocolate?
How much is it?
How much is shipping?
It doesn't say. Hang on. Go to cart.
I might try it.
KR 199 in English, please.
While they're doing that, Road America going to be fun this weekend. IndyCar Sunday should be back on Big NBC. If I had to pick somebody, I'm gonna pick Alexander Rossi.
Right.
Yeah,
that's probably a good one. Momentum and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's only $20.
I'm gonna go Alex Palou.
That's a good pick. Good pick.
I'm gonna take the aforementioned Newgarden then.
See if Will Power can continue on with his points lead that he's got going for him. Yeah. All right, NASCAR's in wine country. They're in your neck of the woods, Matthew.
They are.
Trucks and Cup this weekend, and ARCA, but nobody cares.
Oh, did you get hey, real quick, Matt? Did you get the conversion rate on those Swiss kronas?
I did.
Norwegian, yeah.
You like basically just knock a digit off the end of it. It's like 10 to 1. So
yeah, I'm gonna buy some.
I'm thinking about
it. Continue, Joe.
Cup and trucks are in Sonoma. This is I believe this is the first time the trucks are at Sonoma.
They used to back in the 90s. I know that.
They did.
Well,
they did.
They're back.
It's been like 20 years since they've been here, though.
Because I remember Boris had done some. He raced trucks at Sonoma.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it doesn't ship here.
Really?
Yeah.
Where does it ship to?
Sweden and Norway.
That's lame.
Can I buy it on like Amazon?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Hold on, this is really important. This show is now a husky chocolate. We're now a husky chocolate.
There's a bunch of Cup guys in the truck race this weekend, including, but not limited to. Hold on. I know Alex Bowman's going to be in the 7, I believe.
That's cool.
Austin Dillon's running the 20.
Yep.
He's not a Cup guy, but Brad Perez is in the 43.
That's awesome.
J-Ski doesn't have an entry list up yet.
I'm confused because last week was the first race of the Triple Truck Challenge, but then it used to be they were 3 consecutive races, but there shouldn't be Cup guys if it's a Triple Truck Challenge race.
Well, I guess I don't really know how it works, but I guess they're skipping a race for that.
I guess Knoxville and Nashville would probably be the other 2.
Maybe. As you can tell, we do our research on this.
It's the DoorDash 250 though. No entry list. Kyle Busch is gonna be in the 51. That was announced already earlier this year too.
What the hell?
So
they don't sell Husky chocolate stuff in North America at all.
Congratulations.
We can't even get it's a racing series in America. We can't even get it. They just won the Indy 500. I'm so mad.
This is like actually infuriating.
I wanted to try it. Bruh. Unreal.
This is one of those moments in this podcast that I'm just going to remember forever.
I'm going to have to make a Husky chocolate like compilation to put on my channel.
Anyway. Yeah, the truck race.
Truck picks.
Sure.
Is Parker racing? I would assume it's a road course.
Yes, he is. He was one of the other guys on the list.
Yeah, Parker man.
So that's who Davey's picking.
Yep.
Oh, Harrison Burton's in the 17. That's another.
That's
guy.
right. Yeah.
Not that that'll mean a lot, but because he has not been good this year. He's been struggling.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Alex Bowman then, I guess. So.
All right, and I'll go for the low-hanging fruit, and I will take
Todd Bodine.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do it.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I don't care.
I honestly kind of want Todd Bodine to go full time because like he's been running really well in his races that he has run, and I'm like, do it, Todd. It'd be pretty cool.
He's not done bad.
Yeah.
Cup Series. Again, we're back on the old layout. We're no more carousel this weekend. So cool camera angle.
Good.
Race is better too.
Yeah. Thing is, though, this car's made for the road courses, so
true.
I do worry about that. But who do you guys got? Obviously, Ross won. AJ's in this race. I felt Larson and Chase will be good. Truex good at road courses, but seems to still be struggling with this car.
Give me Allmendinger.
Who do I want?
I'm taking Daniel Suarez.
It's a good one.
I think Daniel Suarez has been picked almost every week on this show.
He's gonna win eventually, man. It's Daniel Hemrick this year, you know?
I kind of want to go weird with my pick also.
Damn.
Give me... I'll take Briscoe again. I'm feeling it. He's pretty good on the road courses, so...
No one picked Cindric, who should be good.
Yeah, nobody likes him.
Meh.
Aw. But that's the show.
I'm searching how to buy Husky chocolate in the US, and one of the first things is a Reddit link to a thread called "Is Husky chocolate real?" from the Formula One Reddit.
Is this another Rich Energy thing?
I'm like actually mad about this.
But we will have a full report for you next week about Husky Chocolate here on the Fake Racers podcast. We cannot thank you enough, as always, for watching. Make sure if you haven't already, you click the like button if you're watching the video, or you like it on your podcast platform of preference, Triple P. You can follow us at Johto Network on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. We're posting some great content over there. As always, Maverick Cup Series race is Tuesday, June the 7th, and we also got Bomb Squad on the 9th. A couple great races coming up on the big channel, Johto Network, this week. Matthew, where can they find more from you?
You can find me on Twitter at msteelman51. You can also find me on YouTube, Dale Jr. 88 Rocks. I have one of my friends is yelling at me to make more YouTube, like dumb YouTube video ideas that I have. So maybe I'll actually do those. I'm also planning on putting some videos up on JTM2. So watch out for that if you like dirt bikes.
And if you're a
So-
fan of Disqualified, eventually
Yeah,
they'll figure it out.
I was going to mention that I've been busy like the last 3 weekends. So maybe episode 4 coming soon. So
And he said that the last 6 weekends, so
like, man,
We'll
I'm busy.
We'll get Tommy on the phone.
Yeah.
it's just Tommy's got a lot going on right now, so he's kind of been away,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
um,
he's had a lot going on. Love that boy.
Luckily, the Andrea Moda story is not changing at all because it's been 30 years. So
well, you know.
don't have to worry about any sudden developments that we're going to miss.
However, what we might miss is Husky Chocolate. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try and get myself a drink here
I am sweating with anger.
for next week.
Davey, where can we find more from you?
On Twitter at Davey Hazard, on Instagram at D7H5, and on Twitch at D7H5 with an ER at the end. I want to stream, but I need to. I want to stream.
He just has to do it.
I have to do it. It's hard.
Folks, as always, though, cannot thank you enough for watching this week, listening this week. We appreciate you guys tuning in week and week out, giving us those likes, giving us those views. Be a friend, tell a friend about our podcast. We always appreciate it when you do. Tell us what your predictions are for this weekend's races, not only with NASCAR and Sonoma, Road America, with IndyCar, or, of course, Formula One in Azerbaijan. So, thank you, folks, as always, for watching, and we'll see you guys next time right here on the Fake Racers Podcast.
Goodbye.
If you know how to buy Husky Chocolate, contact me.